Hello everybody. So through this session we'll continue the literature and we'll continue again with scene passage. So today's chapter is From the Diary of Anne Frank. So the very first paragraph is this one. The paragraph is there and then these are the questions only. So after reading the paragraph carefully we will try to answer these questions only. And the very first question is, who is the writer of these lines? So we know the chapter is From the Diary of Anne Frank and the writer of the story is Anne Frank herself. So the answer is, we will write down Anne Frank is the writer of these lines. Likewise, the second question is, what is the age of the writer? So from here we can clearly write down that she's a 13-year-old schoolgirl. She is a 13-year-old schoolgirl. Likewise, third question is, what does she say about writing in a diary? So the very first line is written, writing in a diary is a really strange experience for her. So write down, she says that writing in a diary is a strange experience for her. Fourth question is, what was she feeling in the days when she started writing diary? So from the second paragraph, in the second line only, she was saying that she was feeling little depressed at that time. So she was feeling depressed those days. Last question here is, how does she refer to the diary? So from second last line it is written here that this stiff backed notebook grandly referred to as diary. So stiffed backed notebook is the answer. So we'll write down, she refers to the diary as a stiff backed notebook. Likewise, second paragraph is also there, this one only. So after reading this paragraph carefully we will try to answer these questions only. So the very first question is, who is the writer of these lines? Same question again. We write down the answer directly, that Anne Frank is the writer of these lines. Likewise, second question is, what does she want her diary to be? So from the very second line we can see here that she is saying that she wanted the diary to be her friend. We'll write down, she wants her diary to be her friend. Third question is, what name does she give to her diary? So she said that she was going to call this new friend, that is diary, Kitty only. So we'll write down she called her diary Kitty. Fourth question is how old were her parents when they married? So from third paragraph, first line only, it is given here that he was 36 and her mother was 25 when they got married. We'll write down her father was 36 and her mother was 25. Last question here is where did the writer live until she was 4 years old? So it is written here that she lived in Frankfurt until she was 4. Write down she lived in Frankfurt until she was 4. Likewise, the third paragraph is this one. So again, the very first question is same here in this third paragraph also, that who is the writer of these lines, and we know that from the diary of Anne Frank. So Anne Frank is the writer only. So we'll write down definitely here also Anne Frank is the writer of these lines. Second question is why is her entire class quaking in its boots? Quaking in means shaking only. Shaking. So definitely here the class was shaking its boots, quaking in its boots because of the forthcoming meeting in which the teacher decide who will move up to the next form or not. Means because of the results only. So we'll write down the class is shaking in its boots because of the forthcoming results. Likewise, the third question is who have staked their entire holiday savings on their bet. So here the third line tells us that CN and Jacques, the people, both of them have staked their entire holiday saving on their bets like whether they will pass or not. So we'll write down CN and Jacques have staked their entire holiday savings on their bet. Likewise, the fourth question is what does she think about her class? And the second last line tells us that there are so many dummies that about a quarter of class should be kept back. So dummies, she thinks that there are many dummies in her class. We write down she says that there are many dummies in her class Last question is, what does she say about teachers? So she says that teachers are the most unpredictable creatures on earth. So write down, she says that the teachers are the most unpredictable creatures on earth.